Welcome to Humble Narcissist Podcast. I am Steven.
I'm Dylan.
Today we're going to be talking about kind of some random stuff because we don't really have many topics. So.
Right. Your shirt makes me feel uncomfortable.
Because it's Mickey Mouse?
I don't know. I guess so. I don't know. It's just weird.
You want to see what makes it even better?
What? You have Mickey Mouse ears, I take?
You're
do.
Such a fag. You can't say that in the first 90 seconds.
Oh, you're so gay.
That works. I got it when we went to Disney. And it's one of my favorite shirts. And I stopped wearing it for a while because...
You got fat?
Well, no, I made sure that it was super big so that it doesn't make me look too fat.
I mean, it was a balance. It doesn't make you look fat. It's just weird looking.
It looks like Mickey Mouse. Speaking of Mickey Mouse, random fact, did you see that whatever his name is, the guy that does Kingdom Hearts for Square Enix, did you see that he said that he has to watch lore videos to remember the story of Kingdom Hearts?
That's how sad it is because they've waited so freaking long.
They've waited so long, but then they do all these convoluted ideas of what they're going to do. So then like half the time I'm playing it and I'm like, do I need to replay all these so I can remember what's actually going on? But
the answer is yes.
When I played 3, like when it ended, I was confused still. I don't know if you were. Did you ever beat 3? No.
What do you think?
That's a no. But
I got burnt out looking for all the freaking treasure chests in the Pirates world.
Oh, that one was bad because you had to go island to island.
Yeah.
But I
think that's where I stopped.
Well, the story, it was kind of neat because you end up like fighting all the different organization people and all that. And then like you play the different people. But the issue with it comes from like the way that it ends, like then it brings in the people from the mobile game. And like, I don't know those people. I thought that, no offense still, my Kingdom Hearts fans, I thought that mobile game sucked, so I didn't play it.
Square Enix is not the greatest at mobile games.
No.
Have you noticed?
I have definitely noticed that because it seems like all of them are like crashing now. Like
Record Keeper dead. Brave Exvius dead. Dissidia dead.
Dissidia's a sore
Mana
subject
game
for me because
dead.
I've spent thousands on that game.
Yeah, you have, girl.
And now I have nothing to show for it. But also,
I know you couldn't even play it offline, which is so stupid.
So it sat there and like they released the Ever Crisis and I played that for a little bit, but like
stupid.
That one wasn't good either.
No, I'm surprised it's still alive.
Well, I know that even the Dragon Quest ones have ended. I think that they just need to
the Dragon Quest ones ended?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang.
I think that they just need to like focus on main series. Which is good because we got Dragon Quest coming out in November.
I know. I'm excited for that one.
I will be playing that like nonstop.
I figured.
So we, something that we did recently, we went to open mic again at Planetary, and that was a lot of fun. We did that. I hosted my mom's cousin, which that was interesting.
Yeah.
It kind of annoyed me, though, because as soon as my mom and sister got here, they started complaining about my dog.
What's new, though?
It just drives me nuts. Like, you're in my house / her house. Like, if you know that the dog is there, so why are you throwing a fit? And it's not like she's a bad dog.
No.
The bad one was locked up. She just wants to say hi, and then she calms down.
I know. But what'd you expect?
I know. It just drives me nuts whenever they do stupid stuff like that. What have you been doing?
Just work. I've been playing video games. Anything
good?
Star Ocean. I'm playing that first Star Ocean remake thing on my Switch. That's fun.
I've been doing Pokemon Let's Go again, and I have been shiny hunting, and I've got my Shelter, and now I'm after Seal because I want a second Seal. Mm-hmm. And then I think I'm going to do the demo of Romancing Saga.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That just came out, along with the demo for Metaphor on the PS5. Mm-hmm. I believe I have that pre-ordered as well.
What's Metaphor?
It's made by the same people that do Persona.
Okay.
So it looks really good. It kind of has the same type of battle system, I think.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure. I still got to go back and beat Persona 3 Reload too, which that one kind of cracks me up because at the very beginning of the game, it gives you a disclaimer for suicide awareness.
Oh.
Have you played that?
So you shouldn't play it.
Shut up, Dylan. have you played that?
No.
So this one, you know how they have the personas because you played the Persona 5. This one, to summon their personas, they shoot themselves. So
yeah, I remember you showing me that.
So they got to do the disclaimer, and it's just like, oh, honey, that's not great in today's age.
No.
But then
it didn't age well.
No. Also, you can now pre-order Fantasian on the Nintendo Switch finally, so I pre-ordered that last night.
It was a fun game from what I played of it, but I kind of stopped after.
I really like it. I wanted to end my Apple Arcade membership, but I realized that if I end that, I'm paying more for music and TV than I am for everything.
Right.
Which is just so stupid. I'm so tired of all these bundles and stuff.
I know.
Like, for example, Hulu's streaming went up again, and it's like, I don't watch ESPN, so I want to get rid of that.
Right.
But then it's more.
But I guess you can bundle Hulu, Disney, and Max.
Yeah, and it's ESPN. We bundled all 4 of them, but I don't watch ESPN. So, but it's cheaper to do all of them.
You seem like you're a sports guy.
Oh yeah, I love sports ball. Everything that I know about football, I learned from Taylor Swift because I am.
She made it popular again.
She did. I am a Swiftie. I have come to terms with that. I do believe that when she does "Shake It Off," there is that part where I think she sounds like Fat Albert when she goes, "Hey, hey, hey, it's your friend Tay Tay, and I'm a rap for all of you."
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Got his new girlfriend. I'm like, oh my God. Listen to the song. It's all I hear is Fat Albert, and I don't know why. It's probably just my twisted head.
Probably.
But that's all I can hear the whole time. So something else that's been going on, I have come to terms with the fact that on TikTok, I absolutely hate the Get Ready With Me videos. Have you seen those?
Like the makeup tutorials?
No, it's like people, they're like, first off, I wake up and then I go scrub my face and get a shower. And now I'm getting ready to go to work. Oh, I hate ASMR too. And my poor husband didn't know what ASMR was, so I had to explain it to him. But like the Get Ready With Me videos, it drives me nuts because my immediate reaction is nobody looks that good when they first wake up.
Well, yeah.
Like, I know that this is all staged. And if I don't want to watch people get ready, but for some reason, I don't know why my TikTok trolls me like this. It keeps showing me the Get Ready With Me's, and it's driving me insane.
Did it at least replace the pet abandonment videos?
No, I still get those too. My targeted ads are still like the commercials for the ASPC, all of that, and then they throw in these Get Ready With Me videos. Thank God they haven't done ASMR yet, but I'm sure that now I'm talking about it, it's going to start popping up in my feed because I can't stand the whisper talk either.
Oh, I saw an ad for Hims that they do like their own Ozempic shot now.
Cool. I don't know what to say to that, Dylan.
Well, I know that you wanted it.
I do want it, but
I don't know how much it costs.
I was going to say, don't you need like a membership to Hims?
I don't know.
Because they do like the hair restoration and all that type of stuff.
I don't know.
You should know these things. If you're going to pitch it to me, you should have a little more details.
All I did was see a preview while I was watching The English Teacher today.
Oh, I love that
Did
show.
you watch?
I have not watched it yet, but Corey and I will probably watch that later tonight.
It's funny. They go on a field trip.
Oh, I saw the preview for it. So I'm sure, I have no doubts that it's going to be funny. But, is any type of videos that drive you nuts on TikTok that you can't stand?
Honestly, I don't really use the TikTok unless you send me videos.
Oh, that's sad. I still hate the reaction ones. And I really can't stand the anime reaction ones because, like, I just want to watch the clips. But then people start talking and I'm like, just shut the hell up.
I'm weird when it comes to... I don't like listening to Facebook videos or TikTok videos on my phone. I scroll through them, but I don't have the sound on.
Why?
Because usually when I'm scrolling through them, I shouldn't be. I'm in public, and
you don't just sit at home like when you're like on a game waiting for something. You don't just start scrolling on the TikTok or anything.
No, I do other stuff. I watch TV.
You're a weird person, Dylan. Everybody in this world now is on TikTok Reels and all of that.
I'm not really. I missed
sad.
that train.
Well,
like I missed the Tumblr era.
I did miss the Tumblr era.
Like I had the Zynga era, era.
Didn't Tumblr kind of go the same way as like X/Twitter? Like it turned into like pretty much all porn.
I think so.
And then like now Twitter is like all porn.
Yes.
Is that just the way that things die?
I don't know. Facebook and MySpace haven't become all porn, have they? I don't know. I haven't been on MySpace. I don't even.
I think MySpace is dead, isn't it?
I don't know.
I know that
I feel old.
Oh, I know. For the younger generation, MySpace was what was out before Facebook.
Back when you had to roll your car window down with a handle.
Also, MySpace was really fun because you could sit there and send a message to your friends real quick because you ranked them.
Yes.
You had your top 8 friends. You could do like top 20 or some shit like that. Uh-huh. That was always fun for me. I had like 3 friends, but I had a top 8 for some reason, even though I only talked to 3 people.
I don't know you. It's okay. You can be number 4.
But you got to like personalize it, and it was really cool because you got to set up like the background. You got to pick a song to play. I know that when Facebook came out and MySpace started to die, it turned into pretty much just like a music place.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if anybody's even still on there.
I don't either.
I'm sure I still have a profile up there from like my emo days of like when I was 15.
Right.
But no, it's always been Facebook since then.
But now really Facebook's kind of dead too.
It is dying. So like I got to get popular on what is it? Instagram, that's what everybody's using.
What the kids are using these days.
Yeah, just taking pictures and posting it. Like I don't know. That
is weird. I never could get into Instagram.
No, I couldn't either. And I had to, this is how technologically challenged I am. I had to have my niece show me how to make a post on Instagram because I couldn't figure it out. So she had to sit there and explain it to me. And even after she explained it, I was like, this makes no sense to me.
You're literally that, hey, grandma, let's go sit down meme.
I am. Like once the new stuff starts coming out, I don't know what's going on with it. I try to understand it, but I just don't. I don't get it at all.
Right.
Which I need to be better at this stuff. Like I can do Twitter, but it's dying unless like you're shirtless and like doing porn and stuff.
Yeah, I don't.
Which I have no qualms with people in the adult industry, but I have noticed the trend that when a social media thing starts dying, it tends to go towards porn more. But then you have Facebook. That one hasn't done it because I think that it actually has guidelines and stuff that you have to follow because like Elon bought Twitter.
Yeah, so
X, and he
Twitter
was like,
can do anything
goes.
Now. Yeah, it's the Wild West.
He's like the worst at spreading the misinformation on there, which is kind of sad.
Yeah,
but you know what?
But he's stupid.
No, he's a billionaire genius.
Okay, sure.
He's like your favorite person ever. Okay, so we got to talk about this because I thought that it was crazy. We're gonna go political here for a minute. If you want, you can fast forward some, but I have to talk about that crazy guy, Mark Robinson, on North Carolina, because I'm still not over it. I don't remember exactly what he's running for. I think that it's governor or he was running for some sort of office, but he was caught on Nude Africa. That was the website where this man has talked about how he is a Nazi. He wants to go back to the slave times, and he is a black gentleman, and he also has talked about how hot he thinks it is when trans women have sex with women because it's like taking the men out but not really taking the men out.
Okay. He just feels like a walking contradiction.
This is someone that the right is running. That is insane to me.
It is.
Like, do you not vet these candidates anymore?
No. And then they justify them.
Yeah. Then they go out there and defend them and they're like, oh, he's not that bad. That's pretty bad. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought Indiana was bad with our candidates, but that's like a whole new thing. But we have Mike Braun, who thinks that it needs to be up to the states to determine if people can have a biracial marriage.
Well, you had Pence, who got rid of gay marriage for a little bit.
Yeah, and then Supreme Court was like, no takey backsies, girl.
Right.
even my mother, like, love her to death. After a while, she was like, when she was talking about like a Republican that she would support, she talked about Pence. And then I was like, Mom, he believed in shock therapy. Like, he wants to shock the gay away from me. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that. So that changed her view. So at least I know my mom loves me that much.
Honestly, though, he probably believes it because he thinks it works on him. So
allegedly. But you know what they say, the ones that like protest the most are the ones that are like hitting up Grindr at the RNC and breaking Grindr.
Yes.
Anyway, that could be our oh, okay, I gotta throw this in there too because it's also politics while we're talking about this. Did you see the Kamala Harris new ad where they're making fun of Trump's like cats and dogs thing?
No.
It shows him talking about it and he's like, they're eating the cats and dogs, and it just keeps showing clips of like cats and dogs. And then it says, well, he's focused on that. They're like, we believe we need to move forward and do blah blah. And I was like, that is like, I'm sorry, but her campaign, like her team is so good at trolling that man. And it's just hilarious.
Well, he makes it so easy.
He does make it easy. I loved in the debate, just like throwback to that, like she got him to snap and like lose his cool just by saying that people leave his crowds early or his rallies early.
Well, yeah, because that hit his ego.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you can't have a guy running for president that's that easily wounded.
Right.
I'm going to end this first half of the show by saying that I am sorry that Anna Delvey lost Dancing with the Stars.
Did you know what she learned from her experience?
That's what I was about ready to reference. When they asked her what she was going to take away from the experience, and what did she say, Dylan?
She said nothing.
I love that.
Talk about cunt.
I know. She was really serving cunt on that. And it made me laugh because she just smiled after she said it.
Right?
With that, Dylan, what have you learned from doing this podcast so far?
Nothing.
Thank you. That's the right answer. So we will be right back, and we are going to talk about my newest obsession, Agatha, and possibly some Halloween stuff that's coming out.
Yeah, Halloween's coming soon.
Yes. And we are back, and we are going to talk about Agatha. The first 2 episodes came out last week. Tonight is going to be the 3rd episode, so I'm pretty stoked on that.
What do you think the TV show is going to be about, in a sense? Because looking at it, there's like a theme for each episode so far.
So for each episode, it seems like what it is that each one of the Coven members, it's like a trial geared towards them. So I think that this one is going to, if it's going to be like the 60s/80s one.
Well, this one looked like it was like the beach house, like Big Little Lies type.
Oh, so
with the wine and shit.
That one, I think it's definitely geared towards Mrs. Hart, which I think that one of the rumors that has come out is that they think that Rio might actually be Mrs. Hart because just magically Mrs. Hart disappears, but then Rio's there.
Huh.
Which another preview that I've seen is like the 60s one where they're all like hippies, and that one I think is going to be the Protection Witches.
Okay.
I wish I could remember all their names, but it just came out, so I don't remember all of their names. It's going to be her challenge. But I did just see a little preview thing where Mrs. Hart gets like plastic surgery while drinking the wine, and they're just like, oh.
That's funny.
I think that that's what the series is going to be. I think that each one, I think that because there's set like 7 episodes or so, I think each episode they're going to tackle a trial, and they're going to have to take on one of the Salem 7.
Okay.
Because I think that the Salem 7, who are the bad guys in this series, who we were introduced to at the end of episode 2 as they got onto the road. They were very sassy, girl. And they're like animorphs. They turn into animals.
Well, you know, that first episode, how it was like similar, I can't talk. How it was based on Mayor of Easttown.
Yes.
You know, that was originally supposed to be a plot line in WandaVision.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Wanda trying to solve her brother's murder.
Oh.
But they ended up scrapping it and using it for Agatha.
Well,
I thought that was a cool little tidbit.
This is the first show that I if so long as like the little clips that I've seen of interviews and stuff, this is the first show that's not really based off of the comics, like something that's come from it. So I'm really curious to see what they do with it.
Do you think there's going to be any big cameos? Do you think we're going to see Wanda?
I think that somebody's theory that after I read it, I of course was like, oh yeah, I could totally see that, is that because I think she's on the road as well. And I think that that was what the big red flash was, because if you remember, what's her face, Agatha, said that only the Scarlet Witch can open the road by herself. So I think that's how she escaped, is she opened the road and she's on there.
How did she open the road if she got crushed?
Because she used her power to hold it off, and then she went into the road.
She's no Jean Grey.
Girl, she's better than Jean Grey. So I think that in this theory that this person posted that I agree with, it was Agatha at the end is going to get her power back because that's what she wants. But what Teen / possibly Billy wants is his mom.
Yeah.
And she's going to be at the end of the road. So I think that's what's going to go down.
Do you think ultimately Agatha's going to end up being maybe an anti-hero?
Yes. I think she'll end up being an anti-hero.
Because she ends up becoming a kind of sort of good guy in the comics.
Yeah, because in the comics, she ends up being the caretaker for Franklin Richards.
Yeah.
Which is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic, which they're redoing that as well. So
I don't know how I feel about Fantastic Four remake.
I don't think that they've ever had, in my personal opinion, a successful Fantastic Four.
No, not really.
So this one has Pedro Pascal, though, and
Yeah,
I love
I know.
him,
I like
so I am rooting for this one. But
I was rooting for you.
I would like them to introduce Franklin Richards because he's one of the strongest beings. So I think that would be really interesting.
Do you think they're gonna try and like bring in maybe? What if Billy's looking for his brother?
The speed guy?
Yeah.
That he could,
Because you know they're doing a Vision Quest show, right? About Vision.
yes.
So
And then the Scarlet Witch, we know that she's not done because they're doing a movie for her.
and she's gonna be in Doomsday.
Is she really?
In Secret Wars.
So then obviously something's going to happen where she comes back.
Exactly.
And I think this is where it's going to be that she comes back. And granted, I could be wrong, of course.
Right.
But I'm rooting for her to come back because she is my favorite character.
I still want Madison from She-Hulk to just show up on the road. Just like a quick little cameo, because that would tie in She-Hulk.
Is she the cameo you want the most?
Yes. Honestly, I think she should be in the show more.
Just because how sassy she is?
No, I liked her and Wongers together.
The new Sorcerer Supreme and his best friend.
Spoiling Sopranos.
So I'm excited. I've been waiting for this Agatha series forever.
Oh,
because it also
At least 4 years.
Oh yeah, and it makes me want to go back and watch WandaVision again, which
I mean, you have free time.
I do have free time, Dylan. I don't have a job.
I know.
Way to be a smart ass.
You're welcome.
Well. But I love the characters that they have that so far on the Witch's Road. I want to see the Salem 7 and them like duke it out, but
Yeah.
I kind of want it to wait until Agatha has her power back so that like she could just wipe the floor with them.
Right.
Do you think that they're going to bring in Nicholas Scratch? Because in the first episode, it showed her looking into her missing son's room, and that was Nicholas Scratch.
What if the bunny is actually Nicholas Scratch?
And she turned him into the bunny?
Uh-huh. You know how they all have familiars?
Yes. That
There's
could be
that.
interesting. That would be a nice little twist.
Or what if Teen is actually Nicholas Scratch?
Well, I could not see that, because if Teen was Nicholas Scratch, then why would the Salem 7 be messing with him? Because the
Well,
Salem...
if they don't follow the comics very much,
True.
they could do whatever the hell they want.
That's true. Because in the comics, Nicholas Scratch was like the father of the Salem 7. But then there's another fan theory that the Salem 7 is going to be the descendants of the witches that Agatha killed.
Yeah.
Which, that would be an interesting twist.
You know what would be funny if the Salem 7 was just 7 versions of Scarlet Witch? No, not Scarlet Witch. What's her face? Black Widow.
Well, then they'd all lose real quick.
I know.
No offense, but Black Widow is like the worst hero. No offense,
You know,
Scarlett
that's
Johansson.
what Catherine Hahn and Joe Locke said was their favorite Marvel character.
Was her?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
One of my favorite. So there's a series called Robot Chicken. I don't know if it's still going on, but it's one of my favorite clips ever that explained her the best. And she ends up, she's like, I don't even know why I'm here. And like, she's rubbing her boobs and everything. And all the guy heroes are like, oh, you're doing great. You're doing great. You belong here. And the next scene is that they're at her grave and they're like, well, if we learned one thing today, it's you can't beat Thanos with a nice high kick. And that is the best representation of who her character is to me.
Right.
She doesn't really do anything. Her and Hawkeye, I think both are kind of like not
useless.
Yeah. But I'm not a fan of Iron Man or Batman because they're just regular people with rich.
DC.
Well, I'm not a fan of either of them because they're just like rich people with money.
Right.
And
I like the Christian Bale Batman.
The one that does like this all the time.
Right.
Do you remember, speaking of, so now we're going off subject onto Batman, but I have to bring up this story. Do you remember that time that we went to go see The Dark Knight with my sister and she got mad at us?
Because we were making fun of it?
Yes, because you kept going, I need a Hulk cough drop. And I was like, I sucked one too many dick today. And she's like, well, you shut up.
Well, that's just like the Twilight movies.
Oh, God.
Those were fun to troll.
You know what? We could do a whole podcast just based off of those stupid Twilight movies.
I know.
Maybe we'll do that one day. Maybe we'll rewatch it and then do a podcast for each episode or each movie.
Okay.
What would you guys think of that? Let us know in the comments. Let us know if you would like us to rewatch Twilight and comment on it. Shit, we could even do Harry Potter. Dylan likes to keep bringing up Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling for some reason. But
so let's talk about a show that is on Hulu.
So we're going to end Agatha with I am pretty stoked for tonight. I'm ready for all these fun little things to happen. I want cameos. I want all the Marvel things. So
I mean, I'm okay if there aren't cameos or if the cameos at least make sense.
I agree with you. So something that was brought up during the break that I want to talk about shortly is the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I'm going to probably start watching that because I am a flaming homosexual who watches The View every day, and they had them on there to talk to them about it. And it's basically, have you gotten like the gist of what it is?
I'm assuming it's kind of like Salt Lake City, but like polygamy and stuff.
Oh, girl, it wasn't really polygamy. So what it was is that these wives came together and they created like mom talk.
Okay.
So like the moms dancing and stuff on TikTok together. It was them.
Okay.
They started it. And then it came out that these Mormon wives were swapping with their other spouses and stuff.
Okay, so they're swingers.
Yes.
Okay.
So they started swinging, and then some of them didn't know that the girls in the group were swinging with the others' couples. So that's like what it's about.
Oh.
So I am really excited for this because it's basically about these sheltered Mormon wives who end up being swingers, and the leader of it ended up getting a divorce from her husband, which obviously, like, it never ends well, I don't think.
I'm surprised they got a divorce with the church and all that.
Well, you know.
I don't know. I'll have to watch it and find out.
Salt Lake is back, speaking of Mormons, but, like, I don't know.
Have you watched that?
No, I have not.
Same.
Without Monica, I just feel like...
It's one of those,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to the other ladies, but, like, they're never going to top that level of drama.
Right.
Never. Like, you may as well just throw in the towel and admit that nothing will be as good as that season.
Yeah.
Because that was, like, the best Real Housewives season ever, to find out that the person with a new wife was, like, out there trolling them for years.
I know.
So.
And she was funny.
She was funny. And her mom was so psycho.
She was talking to a plant.
Yeah, she was. That's some shit I could see you doing.
No.
On you should probably get on like lithium or something. I'm not a pharmacist, but you probably need some drugs.
I don't need lithium. I'm good.
I bet you do. So, on from Mormon Wives, there's a slew of interesting things that I saw coming out for Halloween. Like, I started watching, Hulu has this new paranormal show called Out There, Paranormal, like, Mysteries. And I've watched the first couple episodes, and the first episode is about those reptile people and how people, like, believe in them. And this one guy believed in it so hardcore that he went and, like, set off a bomb and killed a bunch of people.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. And I felt bad for the lady that she realized what was going on, so she contacted the police to try to tell them. And instead of listening to her, they locked her up in like like one of those like psychiatric holds.
Yeah.
And thought that she was suicidal. And she was trying to tell them that this guy was making bombs and he was going to do this based off of what he has told her, and that like he's obsessed with reptile people and blah blah. And no one would listen to her. And then the second episode, I think, was about UFOs. But then we got horror series coming. You got Teacup on Peacock, which that looks kind of interesting.
I'm excited for Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot is coming. You got 7A, which is a prequel to Rosemary's Baby. Halloween is my favorite, so I'm so excited for all of these shows. And then I believe there's a Max series coming out about the origin of Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
Which, that's really exciting.
I'm really sad that there's not like a scary Mike Flanagan show coming out again. Because he did Hill House, Bly Manor, Midnight Mass.
Well, you know that you also have the Menendez brothers story on Netflix, because they have come out and said that they were upset over it.
They were upset over it.
But, I mean, everybody's always upset over those shows. But that's also why they put, like, the disclaimer at the beginning of every episode. Like, this isn't 100% right. But I'm really excited for...
It's spooky season.
It is spooky season. I'm really excited for it. I'm going to go hit up a... Spirit Halloween to try to find my Tanya wig, because I am convinced that I'm going to do Tanya Haddix for Halloween, and I'm going to make my husband wear a chimp outfit. All of that said, we are going to take a quick break, and we will come back and we will do final thoughts. I'm going to get a drink.
Okay.
We are back with our final thoughts for the week. Dylan, what are you going to be doing for the week?
This week, just work. No real plans. I'm trying to get rid of 2 of my chairs that are in my living room because they're too big.
Not because they're ugly.
Well, they're that too. Julie's going to take one.
Oh, that's really... I remember her talking about that. She said that she was interested in them.
Yep, so I sent a picture to her, and so I'm going to take it over to her house Saturday, I think.
Are you going to make your mom lift it up?
No.
Is she going to help you?
I can pick it up, but yes, she's going to help. Because I don't have anyone else to help. Your ass won't.
I don't do manual labor. But I believe I'm going to watch the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives as soon as my husband goes back to work, because that is something he will not want to watch.
Right.
And so at the time being, I plan on watching the spooky shows that have come out so far. Like, I'm going to continue the Out There. I'm enjoying that.
The Out There?
Out There, the Hulu show with Paranormal Mysteries.
Gotcha.
It's called Out There, Paranormal something. But we watched the UFO episode of it, and that one was... You think
they're going to do another I'm Living for the Dead?
Living for the Dead is what it's called. I hope so.
Right.
I liked that series. So what that was is that was a ghost hunter show where they got a bunch of LGBTQ people to go around and hunt ghosts. And I loved it because what's her name? Roz
Hernandez.
Roz Hernandez, one of the ghosts called her a faggot. And that did you watch it?
I've seen bits and pieces.
Oh my god, that was one of the best parts, is because she's sitting there and like they're using the I think it's EVP trying to get answers, and when they play it back, I forget what she even asked, but it said fag, and she goes, "Are you kidding me?" And I lost it. I was like, that is so great. Like, not great, but like funny.
Right.
But I hope that they do a second season of that, because I liked that ghost hunting show. Another one that I'm ready for it to come back, ghost hunter wise, is like Dead Files. Yeah. But I want Amy back. But
I don't think she's coming back.
I don't either, but I don't think that series is probably coming back. But as of right now, Paranormal Caught on Camera, their new season is airing.
Oh, nice.
If you like paranormal, I would suggest watching that because some of them are really freaky. I like the ghosts one, though. Like, when it comes to paranormal stuff, I don't care for the Bigfoot stuff. I don't.
Right.
Because I'm sure he's out there somewhere.
Yeah, just like the Loch Ness Monster.
Right. I'm sure that these creatures are out there, but like all of your footage is just blurry. And like
exactly.
If my camera as I'm shaking can take like good photos and video, I feel like they can too.
Right.
But I love the ghost ones. Like my favorite one ever on Paranormal Caught on Camera was the one where they were in a church and they were hearing like crying and they look over in the doorway and there's this thing with a white face and black long hair and the veil just peeking its head out of the corner and they freak out and run away. And in my head, I'm just like, girl, that's just Edwards.
I know.
Friend of ours that we used to hang out with. That's exactly what it looked like. And I was like, she's just saying hi.
Exactly.
But they bolted. But I love Paranormal
I don't blame them though. I would have bolted too.
Oh, hell yeah. Sometimes the stuff that you see on there, you're just like, there is no way that that's real. But like, supposedly it is. And I believe in all of that.
I'm open to it. I mean, who's to say?
I gotta tell you, if my house is haunted, I'm moving the fuck out.
I don't think your house is haunted.
I know, it's too new. I did that on purpose.
I mean, you need to give Finn an exorcism. But other than that, your house ain't haunted.
That's why whenever we're driving around, if Corey's like, oh, that house looks really nice, I'm like, it looks like it's haunted. We are not buying that house. But that said, I plan on just watching all my spooky shows because it's that time of year. I'm going to do more open mics, get myself out there. I'm still considering doing like the stand-up class, see if I like that.
At least I think you should try it. If you really want to try it, try it.
Well, I wanted to try the one at Crackers, but the open mic, or not open mic, but the showcase is on Halloween.
Oh.
And I
don't want to do that.
I don't want to do it on Halloween.
You could dress up as Tanya and do your stand-up.
You know what? That would be kind of funny. Maybe I'll talk to Corey about that. Maybe that'd be a good idea. Dress up as Tanya Addicts and go there and do it. I could do some bits about... What's the name? Tonka. I love Tonka. I like to keep my lips looking natural because that's what Tonka likes. But anyway, that's all I'm going to be up to. I'll probably go get lunch or dinner with my mom one day this week. Corey's off for a few days, so we'll be hanging out with his friends.
Yeah, and I told my mom to make sure she gets with your husband.
Is there anything that you want to say? You're just so full of life.
I really am.
You can't even make something up.
What should I make up?
The one thing, I'll leave you with this word, or these words of wisdom that I learned in high school Japanese. Dobyo ai owarimu. And that's how I feel about my friend, which roughly translates to misery loves company.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the fortune cookie.
I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Please like, follow, subscribe. I will take as many followers as I can. I don't want to have to buy followers, but I am about to do so.
Right. You can find us at Humble Narcissists with
Humble
an S.
Narcissists with an S on YouTube.
Anywhere that you can find podcasts. YouTube, Apple, not Discord.
Spotify,
Patreon.
You'll get better at it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week.
Bye.